Hello guys, it's Nancy, and we have a new friend with us. It doesn't look like very much right now, but we have the Scout and we have the Dancing Moose. And he has a sweater or a scarf and some accessories to fashionista him up. But we're going to cut him on the Scout and we're going to make a card today. So I have my Scout, my base platform A, my platform B, and I have the magic mat from scrapbook.com. I don't have the magnetic one. I just have the basic magic mat. And I have some strips of paper. I have latte, dune, some Spellbinders, scraps. This is the Color Essentials cardstock. Yeah, and we're just going to dress him up with the scrap pieces that I have in here. So you can see it's just odds and end pieces that I've already cut out of. And a little scrap box in front of me that I just pull pieces out of. And dress him up. So let's see if we can make a moose. So I'm going to start with his body, his head and face and things like that. I like to die cut in the center of this. I know some people have had a problem with their Scout. I have not had any issues with mine. I've been pretty lucky. So I'm going to start with picking up the dies. Might be a different issue. I need like a little magnetic thing. And I have two trays out. So one tray for my dies and one tray for my die cuts. This is the October Better Press of the Month, one of the sentiments. I grabbed one, Warm Winter Wishes. That's the one I want to use in my card. So let's start with, I saw his little boots. He has boots or socks, whatever you want to give him. All right. I've never seen a moose. I was hoping when we went on our Alaskan trip that we would, we're going to be able to see one. Tracy and I went to Alaska. Then we went, via Canada, but we did not get to see a moose, but that's okay. Actually, I'm going to cut this out of black. So this will be the main part of his head, which will be the face and his legs. And again, I'm kind of moving those towards the center as I cut. And his little hands. I am going to put a sweater on him, so he's really not going to have a body. This would be his body if you wanted to give him a body, but we're going to cover that up, so we don't need that part today. And we're going to use the sweater, so we don't need the scarf. There is a scarf. So if you're going to use the sweater, then you don't need the scarf. That's the scarf. And I think I will use, there's a little star or a little snowflake if you wanted to embellish the sweater. And I think I will use the snowflake instead of the star, so we'll put the star back. And then there are lots of tiny little embellishments, which again are used like for his face, his hands, his little socks, things like that. We'll go through some of those. And I think this one goes on his belly. So I don't think we need that one. And I get sent, as a design team member, sent everything without packaging. So I have to look on the website and kind of piece it together. Okay, I think we're good there. We're going to put the top plate on for the dark brown. We'll come back if we need to cut anything else out of dark brown. Again, I think that it's called latte. And as you cut these, Spellbinders puts a little indentation in there so you can see where the other pieces go once they're cut out. I cut them out. And you can choose to make him wobble and dance or not to. We will decide that once we're done. Okay, and then for the lighter color, that's going to be his face. That's going to be this little piece here. I had a smaller scrap piece. Where did that go? I'm going to come back to that because I thought I had a smaller strip piece of that. We will do black. This black, I wanted to do his horns, his boots, his eyes, his hands. I think that's everything. I think these are the inside of his ears. No, I might save those and make those pink. Aha. I have other pieces here. Scrap piece. I think I can get a little piece out of the middle there. I keep all my little pieces of scraps until I can get. And what's nice is you can kind of fold the magic mat a little bit, bend that, and then pop all the little pieces off into the little tray there. And Spellbinders has these trays in different sizes. They came out, I think early in the year. In the spring, I showed the different sizes. I always have them on the desk. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with that dune, which is like a light sand color. Do his little face. I think I can get his little face right there. Just take scissors and cut that little piece right there. This little scout comes in handy because I take it with me. I do a lot of work out of hotel rooms, and it is easily packable, foldable, and most dies are small. When I'm traveling, I very rarely have any projects that are big dies. So this comes in handy. Sometimes if I have bigger projects, I don't take them, but this comes in handy with most of the projects that I do are small dies. Pops right out. And then this pops right out. All right, now, what color do we want to do this sweater and accessories? That's these 3 pieces here. So we have the sweater, we have the trim, this is going to be, I think I'm going to do this trim. Right, this is the top part of the trim, that's the sleeves and so on. This is, I think, if you wanted to, it's just a different style of trim. This trim has stripes on it, and this trim has dots on it. You see the difference there in the trim? So again, you can make him a little fashionista. So I'm going to go with this trim. So what color do we want his sweater to be? I think I'm going to go teal. And then we'll do white trim with the white snowflake. You could leave it plain. This would be really cute if you were making an ugly sweater. You could make an ugly sweater contest. I have some glitter trim left over. Ooh, we could do the white with that. And again, one of you guys tipped me off and said cut out of the center. And in fact, I don't want to ruin this, so I'm going to grab my big platinum for this because I want to keep this as a background. So I'm going to cut those little pieces out of the center here. Now this one I do have the magnetic mat. So we're going to turn this over and cut out of the center. Flip that over. That was a viewer hint. When you are cutting glitter paper, cut out of the center. I mean off the back, not off the center. My hint is to cut out the center because then we can use this as a mat. But viewer hint, when you are cutting glitter paper, cut from the back and it will cut easier. I'm going to give that 2 passes. Oh, it popped right out because I was struggling with the glitter paper when I was doing my video, and look at that, popped right out. And then again, this has some flexibility in the mat. Should be able to pop these right off. Pretty. He's going to have a pretty sweater. Okay, and then we just have a couple of smaller pieces, which would be the insides of his ears. So basically his face. The inside. This would be if you wanted to make his boots into socks. The insides of his ears and so on. So those I think are a lighter cream color. Yes, this would be like a light pink color. And if you don't have the color you want, you can also do white and just color it with a marker, which I have some white cardstock here. This is the brushed white cardstock. And I think I'm just going to do all of these and then we'll color them as we see fit. Okay. All right, that is all for our dancing moose. And then all we need to do is assemble him. And by the way, he is S41370. Now, we don't attach his body until we put the pop dot behind there. If you want to make his dancing legs, then you would put the pop dot behind there and attach his shirt, and then he will have dancing legs. So we won't do that yet. Now again, there is a little etch face there. You see that? There. That's where you would attach the bottom here. You can pop out his little nostrils. They give him a little smirk on his face already. Ooh, big air bubble. And again, there are little accessories if you wanted to color his boots into socks, you could do that. And he's got very long legs, so you could make him taller or shorter. These are his little makeshift hands that we are going to make into mittens. They're just little like stubs. like little half moon shapes. Probably could have moved that up a little more, but that's okay. Hooves, I guess they would be. All right, and then these little half moons here can go on his boots. Let me see here how they went on the pictures. Like this, if you wanted to put them on. That. And then what did my daughter asked for these black and white sneakers, and she called them Panda Dunks. Black and white sneakers. That is what they are. So we're going to call him, these are his Panda Dunks, black and white sneakers. That might be on the wrong side. Well, it's staying on that side now. It's glued. Go. So you can see how this is coming together. All right, and then these go inside his ears. All right, and then what are these little pieces here? Oh, I made his eyeballs too small. Supposed to put these bigger pieces underneath, and then those are supposed to be his pupils. That's okay, I messed up. Oh, I was supposed to, okay. These are arms if you wanted to use the scarf, and he can wave. But we didn't use the scarf, so we don't need to worry about that. And since I didn't give him our eyes, I will give him white gel pen pupils. So that's fine. All right, now we're going to give him a background. And the background, he's really big, so I don't know if we're going to make him dance. The background we're going to do, ooh, this is a really long video. Me and my long videos. We are going to use a new layered holiday lights and embossing folder. Let me give him a gel pen eyes because he's kind of creepy looking. He's like Coraline creepy looking. All right, so we're going to just give him gel pen eyes here. There we go. That's better. So if we did regular card front here, which is A2 size, that would be 5.5 by 4 1/4. Oh, he would fit. We could make him dance. So what you would do is you would put like a pop dot in there, and his legs would wiggle. Okay. then you would put this on top. So we're going to put a little dab of glue and attach him to his sweater here. So this part would attach to the pop dot. So this part would stay still, but his legs would be loose and they would dance underneath. He's kind of big though, but he's going to fit. All right, so let's get to the background now that he is all assembled. The background is 2 pieces. This is layered holiday lights and 3D embossing folder combo. It is STN095 if you go to look it up. Last time I did the layered stencils and the embossing folder, I did the embossing folder first and then I did the stencils. I think that was a mistake. So let's do the stenciling first and then we will do the embossing folder. So this is a 3-piece stencil. And wow, that just looks like so much fun. I am going to grab a piece of paper. And are these numbered? Okay, yes, they are numbered in the bottom left-hand corner. Can you guys see that? 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm going to start with number 1 here. And I'm going to grab my brushes. I'm just going to go in real quick here. I am grabbing some blue denim ink from Gina K. Just real quick inking this up. This number 1 looks like it's just the base of the lights. Not being super precise here, just put ink on the paper. Okay. There we go. Okay, number 2. All right, it does look like they do line up. I'm going to grab a little bit of tape here. this is the Spellbinders tape. All right, so it does look like these line up. I'm going to try to line them up on top of the base of those lights as best as I can. Oh, it looks pretty good. This is Gina K Wild Dandelion ink. Go in on this side with some tangerine twist. Sure, some of those will blend. All right, and then that's pretty. We're gonna go in with stencil number 3 and line up the rest of those. Pretty easy to do. Ooh, I got that almost on the first try. Pretty good. Alright, for that one I'm going to go in with some jelly bean green from Gina K. Alright, and then for the last color, going in with some wild lilac. All right, let's see how this looks. Hopefully it doesn't look like mud. Ah, it's not too bad. All right, now let's bring our mousse in and let's assemble all of this. Oh, I got to run it through the embossing folder. Oh, I forgot the best part. All right, so we need A and D because it's a 3D embossing folder. So A plate and D plate. So all we're going to do here is take this. We're going to try to look through the embossing folder and find those lights. It's pretty easy to do. I guess if you wanted to, you could even put a little piece of tape in there, but that's pretty easy to line up. Yeah, so stencil first, emboss second. But I can see through the embossing folder, line everything up. So this is going to give us some texture to what we just embossed, or just stenciled. All right, so I have that lined up. A plate, D plate. D for 3D. Oh, that's really cool. And then that puts the strings in there. Now we have a 3D embossed lights. Yay! All right, now let's put our dancing buddy. He's dancing to the disco of lights. Isn't that neat? All right, so now we're going to put all this together. Let's put the... Where is that? Yes. I'm going to cut this down now. I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4. Just a little bit. Just a smidge. So I'll have this glitter paper in the background, give it a little sparkle. And again, Spellbinders glitter paper does not shed. And this is why I always cut from the center so we can use it as a matte layer. We have the 3D embossing folder with the coordinating stencil. Brand new. Okay, and now we need to decide, do we want him to dance? Dance, dance, dance. I think we kind of have to have him dance, right? So to make him dance, we just grab a Spellbinders foam square. We need a small one. And kind of double stack. Here we go. One. Two, double up. Now we put his body on there. Okay. Ooh, and he just fits. And where did we put our sentiment? And again, the sentiment came from October's Better Press of the Month. I'm going to put that on the inside. Warm winter wishes. And I know this was a long video, but it was a lot of fun to put together. I know a lot of times I show you guys how to put, you know, like I would just put the die together, but I don't often put a whole card together. I've been trying to do that in my last couple videos. But look how fun he is. He's jamming, you guys. He is dancing along So that is the dancing moose. Let me know if you had fun watching me put this together. And what about that 3D embossing folder and that glitter in the background? Hopefully you had fun watching this video. I know this was a little bit longer. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. And again, you don't have to make him dance. You could just glue him down without making him dance. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I would be honored. Again, that is the dancing moose combined with the 3D lights embossing folder and layered stencil. If you have any questions, post it down in the description. I will have the links if you want to do some shopping with Spellbinders. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.